Hello everyone, Treecks here and welcome back to Yoshi Story. We are at page 2 for the second time in order to play stage number 2. All of them are unlocked, that is not the problem. I'm also collecting all of the special hearts in all of the stages, so that is going to happen every single time. But we are here today for stage number 2. One of the easiest stages in this game when it comes to the layout. However, one of the more tricky stages to do platforming wise so far. The other two stages I actually don't really like that much in this stage. But luckily today stage number 2 is up. It is called Blargg's Boiler. And I've also decided to actually not go in a stage with the same color of Yoshi. Last time we went into stage 2 with yellow, so let's go with green. Well, I must admit, I did not expect this stage would actually be the first one where I needed the second attempt. And I thought I shut you off. Let's do that again. There's a lot of lava pits in this stage and therefore a lot of instant death. That's pretty much the reason why this stage is, platforming wise, probably the most tricky one we've done so far. But layout wise it's really easy, so finding all of the melons should be relatively easy here. At least if I'm not stupid enough to actually let one fall into the lava. Let's make sure we don't make that mistake a second time. Here's the name giver of the stage. This guy's called Blargg, a variant of the gargantuan Blarggs we know from Yoshi's Island. But they work similar. They pop out of the lava, we shoot them with an egg, and they go back in for a while. Grab all of the melons. This one actually has a parachute, so for this one you don't have to worry about it falling into the lava. Oh, speaking of lava, that guy does not look healthy. Here's the first heart. Easily gotten. Make sure you don't stay on the bone for too long. Here's a melon. Thank you, Mr. Fly Guy. And now let's go check out this message box. And this one will tell us about secrets again. Just like in the first stage. The very first stage, with that I mean. Well, this stage will also have a lot of these secrets. This one being placed right over here. At the coin. Melon number 4 by the Fly Guy. This one can be tricky. This one is in a bubble and carried by a parachute, so you can easily get the melon. The bone you're standing on, that's usually the problem. But this way you can survive. And this should be where number 6 is. Yeah. And therefore getting the heart again and the trail of coins. Try to ignore the fly guys. Oh, didn't mean to jump on you. The fruit these guys are carrying we are not interested in, so let's move on. Here's a melon, just floating in the air. And you don't scare me. The invisibility ran out. Okay, let's make sure we actually get this melon this time. It's probably going to end up in the blooper section now, but this is actually where I screwed up in the first attempt. So let's make sure it cannot fall. On the bones it will actually keep lying around. On the bridges it will actually fall through. Remember that. That is even something I did not know. The whole reason why we're in a second attempt now. This is the point I have not reached the first time through. After Miss Warp number 2 we can go to room number 2. Which is also the final room, by the way. But there's also a side area we still need to check out, so the stars over here will give us the 10th melon. And at the same point should also be number 11, if I press the right button. Sniff, sniff. Yeah, under this coin, melon 11. And now for a new mechanic, ball rolling. I don't think explanation is necessary, it's pretty obvious how this works. We stand on an edge and it'll start rolling. Momentum, people. Haven't you been paying attention in science class? But do be careful, because of course, this can also easily knock you off the stage and therefore instantly kill you. Touching the lava will instantly kill you. Oh! What was I saying about insta-kill? Even invincibility can't help you prevent that. But I got lucky, so no attempt number 3 quite yet. Over here. Seems to be under the coins every single time, so perhaps I should stop sniffing. This is warp number 3. Oh, here's another one of those annoying ones. This one is also not going to be carried by parachute, so just quickly Press B the moment you shoot it. Here's the second heart. This one can be tricky. You can also shoot an egg if you don't feel confident in your jumping. Oh. Apparently I still need to do some sniffing, because apparently I'm still not able to actually get these things without sniffing beforehand. This one should be a little bit easier. This one will be carried by a parachute, so this one is a little bit more safe to actually get. Oh, coin. I want max coins. Bones at the egg box actually also have a melon, so more sniffing. Yeah? There you are. 17. Second ball section. Oh, be careful, fly guy carrying a melon. Be careful not to accidentally swallow the fly guy, because then the melon will plummet into the lava. You need to start over again. At least I need to start over again. Because I want to go for all melons. If you're not necessarily going for that, then of course it does not matter. But you do need to fill up that last melon with a different kind of fruit. And that will lower your score a little bit. But here's the third one. And at the end of the second ball section, we get to a pipe leading to the minigame. But underneath it is also another melon, so do that first. Thank you. Now let's go in. Minigame time. Oh, you can already see which one that is going to be again. Delivery. So, shut up, Mr. Message Box. Let's go see. Come on, hurry up. Let's tilt him a little bit forward. Oh, not too much. Let's just go, go, go. Okay, apparently that worked out. Yeah, you don't want the melons to actually hang over too much. If they're hanging over too much, you can't actually correct that anymore, so... But I was apparently still at the edge of that point, so... I can still score my E. The next letter in our hidden message. We actually appear right after the platform section. Something we need to go back to, because of course there's a melon and there's also a Blargg. In case you didn't know. That should be the only one. The rest should be regular fruit. There's of course also some coins you can pick up. Also helping for your score. But melon-wise there was only one. Hey, come on. Okay, apparently he doesn't want to die. Here's the final heart. Also not really that difficult to get. And here's the final Miss Warp and the end of the stage. And on this very platform is the final hidden melon. Somewhere. Apparently over here. And that makes 30. 7.5 minutes on the clock. Well done. This was a good attempt. After screwing up melon number 9 in the first attempt, the second one went way better. First time cutting was necessary, but here we go at 55-23. 11,171 is our score. Story time. As the page turned, an ocean of boiling hot lava bubbled out. If the Yoshis didn't cross, they would never find the super happy tree. Blargg and the lava were scary. The Yoshis bravely fought their way through. The page turned, and the Yoshis grew happier. Let's move on to stage 3. And looking at my time, also something I can do. The third page is yet again Summit. Only this time we are not going to go into the clouds, at least not directly. Of the 4 stages here, I think this second one is my favorite one. The tall tower. However, it's not just going to be any stage. This is also one that is going to have a secret. Comparable to the first stage in page 2. And if you remember what the secret was there, I think you know what you can expect. Let's go in this blue stage with dark blue. Need to check out my notes first. Finding all of the melons here is really difficult, I found out in practicing, so this is something I don't dare doing just out of memory. Even though in practice this stage went successfully. I'm not too confident about this one. First one should be over here. No, this was coins. Okay, that's the reason why I didn't write down what was in it. First melon's down here, actually. At the tip of this little thing. That is a melon. Should be the first one. Now let's head back up again. All of these springs is actually really fun to play around with. Especially the bigger ones. You can really jump high with these things. Okay, over here, and then move up again. The moment we can see the first heart, and then we should be near a tip that we can also pound for some coins, apparently. Because my notes don't say this is a melon, so in that case it usually is not. This should be a melon. Yeah. So far so good. Let's go down here first. Miss Warp number 1 can be found down here. And the third melon. The first one that's actually not hidden. Thank you. Now let's head back up again. We saw the first special heart to the right. That's also something we can pick up now. Oh, let's not forget about you, of course. Hey, what do we have here? From this point on, some chicks will start flying around. They're not per se annoying or dangerous or anything, but they can be helpful to actually get some eggs. And the most funny thing you can do is actually shoot them, so they blow up and fall down like this. Poor guys. Anyway, let's move further up. Okay, next point of reference, this bubble containing a grape. And then the next building after that, we'll have some coins again. Oh, here's a bubble. Stars, and therefore another melon. Number 5. Now let's try heading back right again, because we should be at the point where we can go all the way right and fall down for that first heart. No, apparently not. How do you get there again? I knew this was going to happen in this stage. I always get lost here. How do you get there again? Oh yeah, the spring, of course. Yeah, this is how it works. For some reason I always think you need to go a little bit above and then fall down to this area, but apparently you just need to spring yourself up here. Okay, now I'm pretty sure every single one of these tips of buildings will actually have coins in them. Seems to be a trend. That one I did not write down in my notes, so... Let's continue. At least with our melons we are on schedule. We need to be at 5 at this point. Oh, and there's number 6. This is tulip. Which we can immediately use in order to shoot ourselves upwards, as you can see. The coin trail is inviting us. First I'm gonna continue. Don't mind the melon down there. There's also coins up here. And these are super happy mood only coins, so need to grab these first before the flower runs out. Although I'm pretty sure I would have been able to do it anyway, now that I think about it, but didn't want to take any risks. There we are. It's a little bit safer to do uncharged jumps, otherwise you're going to overshoot again. Yeah, more coins. I could imagine finding every single coin in this stage should be hell. Oh, hello. Okay, there you are. Melon number 8. So, only one more to find. There's another tip of the tower here. However, this one is off screen, so don't bother finding something here. There is something to find here, but it's actually below here. And it's not the red pepper. Don't mind the red pepper over here. That does not smell very good, Yoshi. Yeah, but this is something we do want to smell. Number 9, thank you. And that should be the final one. Now we can move on to probably the most interesting room in this stage, the second one. Here we can actually find a very well hidden secret and also a very fun platforming mechanic that's going to get introduced here. Mr. Message Box will explain. Leaf surfing. Leaves are flimsy, so watch your balance while you surf the breezes. Ooh. And that is actually really fun to do, so... And this is how it works. The leaf will fall automatically, but if we actually hold the control stick in a different direction, we can use the wind in order to fling ourselves back upwards. But first we want to go down here before we start surfing, because A big egg? What does it do? Take it with you. It is better than the average Yoshi. Ooh, remember the black egg from page 2, the first stage? Another one can be found in page 3. However, not in the first stage. That's the reason why we're picking it up now. Here we actually can find another mysterious egg. In this case, a white one. And yes, that is going to be a white Yoshi. But first we need to complete the stage with the egg still with us. But that shouldn't be a problem. Time for some leaf surfing. Follow the trail of coins in order to know where you need to go. And over here we can actually find melon number 10. Well, I missed one coin, but no matter. The fun is yet to begin. Here we have a jar leading to a bonus area. You've guessed it, this bonus area is going to be Leaf Surfing Paradise. We actually have a melon race here. That is the minigame that functions with the leaf surfing. Probably my favorite minigame in this game, coming up right now. And the trick here is to actually make sure you keep your speed by slowly adjusting your balance. So this effect actually happens. If you wait until the leaf will fall, you will actually slow down. But if you adjust your control stick before you start falling, you can actually get this effect. And only then you'll be fast enough to win the minigame. Like this. Awesome, right? It's even more hard if you also try to get all of the coins here. But allow me to actually not go for that. 17 melons. And the H is the next letter in our hidden message. Starting to look like something already, right? Let's continue. There's one more part of leaf surfing we need to do. Also a very important one, because that one will... Hey, come on game, why do you put me over here? Now I can't go back anymore. But anyway, this is a very important one too, because this one will actually have a special heart in its path. So definitely make sure you follow the coin trail here. There we go. Let's move on. Final room. Nothing to the left. But there is already a free melon on screen, so thank you. Immediately also another lucky fruit. Spawning some more coins. Let's get Miss Warp number 3 in the meantime. Melon number 19. Oh, these things look familiar. Raphael the Raven. Well, not Raphael the Raven, but the ravens at least. Also running around in balls, just like in Yoshi's Island. Awesome little throwback. Also be careful for these balls. As you can see, they have some spinning mechanics in them. That can trip you over if you're not careful. Oh, and here's more stars. Make sure they don't jump off. So we can get them in time. Next bubble. This one's just parachute melon. 22. Mr. Fly Guy. You are carrying something I'm not interested in. Here's number 23. Be careful not to eat the apple accidentally. Wouldn't be the first time. Fairy. Important if you want to use these guys for your score. Only eat them or jump on them the moment they are red. But I think I've already explained that. Next melon is another hidden one. Somewhere around here. Oh. Yeah, already saw the waving, so this is apparently where it is. Butterfly. 8 more points. Ball and chains. Don't mind the ball and chains. If you're invincible, they are not a threat, as you can see. It is funny to try to bounce around on them, but that is all that is funny about them. Otherwise, you're going to want to avoid them, of course. And these coins should also be still from the super happy mode. But I'm pretty sure those were the final ones. Here's another spring. It's been a while. This one leading to the final special heart. Awesome flutter jump. So here we go. Now it's only a matter of finding the final couple of melons and the final Miss Warp, all the way at the end of the stage. Here's the first one. It's hiding behind my health bar a little bit, but there's definitely a melon there. That should be all on this level, according to my notes. So let's move on to the next level. Here we will actually get introduced to another new level mechanic. Conveyor belts. They are also a thing here. They look like candy bars here in Yoshi Story. But these are conveyor belts, as you can clearly see. First one housing melon 26. And next up is one of the most tricky melons to actually get in this stage. This is a multi-coin box, but only if we grab every single one of them, the melon will pop out. So make sure that Raven is in a position where he does not hinder you. Yeah, and if you're successful, let's not fall, then a melon will pop out. But be careful, if you're not successful in getting every single coin out of that box, you will not receive the melon. And you need to start over if you're also working on an all melon run. Especially tricky because of this appearing so late in the stage. That's probably the most tricky thing about it. Let's quickly go to the final part of the stage. Up here. Should be another one. No, apparently it's below then. Yeah. Okay. That was 29 at least. Here's Miss Warp number 4. Therefore indicating the final part of the stage. The jar back to the beginning. And the final melon in the stage. Once again, we have them all. But just like in World 3 Stage 1, now of course we're going to get a boss fight first. And this guy looks interesting. Some kind of ghost it looks like. Inviso. Peekaboo, who are you? Peekabee, can't find me. He just made up the Peekabee just to be able to rhyme. But yeah, it's pretty obvious how this guy works. He camouflages into the background. However, if I need to be honest, not all that good, because you can still see the wrinkling in the air, indicating where he is, making it pretty easy to spot him, and therefore also pretty easy to hit him. And there's also infinite eggs here, because the birds fly around in here. Oh, there's also butterflies here, so even dying should be hard here. But after 3 hits, this guy's toast, and you win. So far the bosses have not really been that difficult. Ooh, awesome how the white Yoshi egg is still on screen. Melon complete. There goes the summit for the second time. Score? 57-73. I'm pretty sure that's my highest score yet. In all of the stages. Awesome. Therefore we are now at 16,944. Halfway through. We are already on schedule when it comes to approving my previous high score. The Yoshis saw a tall tower. Maybe they could see a happy ending from there. After a tough climb, the Yoshis found Inviso waiting for them at the top. With a closer look, they beat the invisible ghost and saw a castle far away. Indeed, it's 3 more pages before we find that. The page turned, and the Yoshis grew happier. Next time, because of course time is up for now. Next time we return to the jungle, and we'll do a stage that is a lot more fun than the jungle hut. But it's also not my favorite stage in the jungle. That is number 3. But 2 is also fun. See you folks next time, and Treecks out.